It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Geno Jones Showtime. I'm coming to you live Monday through Friday. My new, not new start dates. I've been doing this for almost 5 years. 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday, unless I let you know otherwise. A new start time, relatively new, last 6, 7, 8 weeks. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so everybody, Detroit City, New York City, Philly, stand up. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Shout out to the Steel City, the city on the Three Rivers. It's a whole nother story. Allegheny, Monongahela, and Ohio rivers. All right, so Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte, here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area, Tampa Bay, Central Time, Chicago, New Orleans, Jackson, Mississippi, so from Minneapolis to, from Minneapolis to Milwaukee, then Chicago, St. Louis, Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, then we got Little Rock, Arkansas, everybody, New Orleans, Houston, Texas, stand up. Dallas, shout out to the Texas Democrats, state politicians. So the Texas state Democrats, the state Senate, state House. A lot of them are in Chicago. Some went to New York, but a lot of them are hanging out in Chicago, basically with this rigging. Governor Greg asshole, Governor Hot Wheels. Basically, just outright, we're going to change the maps so we can get some more, because this boy on Hitler said, well, I need 5 more seats so I can keep control of the House of Representatives. But anyway, because I'm already on one, as you can see, I'm already into my monologue. But anyway, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, live in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, 4:30 p.m. That's what time you can see me live. YouTube should be sending you a notification if you are a subscriber. There's no paywall. I don't charge to subscribe to my channel. And I'm at 9. I need 100 call to action. 100 new subscribers. I will become a YouTube partner. That means my media company and the show, it'll get that YouTube bag. It'll get some money, like I think a check. You get money you get monthly income from YouTube. How about that? So phrase it any way you like or want to. So, or as the kids say, just get that YouTube bag. So it is so important that we support Black-owned media. I can't stress enough how important it is, because nobody's going to tell our story. Nobody can tell your story, and nobody is going to tell your story better than you. So please subscribe to my channel. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Please click on the thumbs up, like, share. You can screenshot the show. You can copy and paste the link. You can share it. You can tag it. However you want to do it, you can copy and paste in an email or text message. You can DM somebody. Doesn't matter. You can, like I said, just pull some clips out. Do it that way. But let everybody know what's happening and tell them to please subscribe to the show, The Geno Jones Show, brought to you by Kojo, C-O-J-O LLC. Miss Courtney Johnson, real estate expert, and she is a commercial insurance expert. So if you're looking to buy a home, looking to sell a home, if you have a business and you need insurance for your business, Ms. Courtney Johnson, Kojo LLC, CCJ33 at Gmail. You can reach out to her that way. All right, CCJ33 at Gmail, I do believe. As a matter of fact, well, I'll get back to that at the end of the show. So, but you can do a search she's on TikTok, I believe Instagram, Facebook, Courtney Johnson, Kojo, C-O-J-O-L-L-C. And if you would like to support the show financially, your financial support, your financial gift, your financial love offering, whatever you want to call it, greatly appreciate it. No amount is too small or too large. And you can be a sponsor too. So you can use my email, GenoJonesShow@gmail, and shoot me an email. Let me know that you'd like to be a sponsor, that you would like to be a part of the Geno Jones Show, and I'll shoot you all the information and the packages that you need so you can become a sponsor like Kojo LLC. If you want to support the show financially also, you can Cash App or Zelle. Now, if you want to Zelle, use my email address, my Gmail, Geno Jones Show. That's how you spell it, Geno Jones Show at Gmail. Or you can Cash App, $ Dad G Jones. All one word, $, capital D, lowercase a D, capital G, capital J, lowercase ONES, $ Dad G Jones. Let me get right into this monologue because I'm always on one, but I am on one today because let me start off. So my mantra for today, if today's show had a theme, it would be make America great for everybody. Just make America great. We're going to make America great. We'll make America great for everybody or shut up. Stop talking about it. Keep your racism and your hate, your bigotry in all of its forms, your misogyny, your sexism, your homophobia, your transphobia, and stop talking. So make America great for everybody, but take your hate and bigotry, like I said, and misogyny and sexism, and the bigotry and hate in all of its forms. Keep stepping to the left. Keep going. All right. Because I want to talk about, so what's happening. So Orange Hill tried it in California, but he had to get up out of it, and shout out to Gavin Newsom. I know he wants to be president bad. He's thirsty. Looks like a used car salesman. I've had some issues with, looks like Pat Riley with gray hair. Got the Brill cream, whatever kind of gel. That's old school, your Brill cream. That's real old school. It was like this gel, like white dudes had straight hair. They slick it back, Brill cream. But anyway, look, Gavin Newsom, listen, Gavin Newsom is about fighting fire with fire. He put some posts up on social media and he mocked Trump. He basically posted, because, Orange Hitler, everything is in all caps and you could barely understand what he's saying. And he just, just pathological liar and just like a ultra narcissist. His narcissism is on a real sick level. I don't know what the clinical term is, but this is like narcissism on steroids and crystal meth and crack, speedballing, cocaine and heroin. That kind of, that's Orange Hitler. With his, but not misogyny, of course, but with his narcissism. But Gavin Newsom, he got him down. So Gavin Newsom said, okay, Governor Greg Abbott, Governor Asshole in Texas, Governor Hot Wheels. So since your boy told you, well, I need Governor Abbott, I need you to give me, I need 5 seats. So I need you to change the maps. So basically what they're going to do, they're going to draw new boundaries to make it easier for Republicans to win some of the seats in the U.S. House of Representatives that were held or currently held by black people. So it's straight up racism. They don't even try to, it's not even hidden anymore. Anytime you hear DEI, that means like anti-black. That means that's what they're saying. So when you hear any of these MAGA cult members or Orange Hitler or anybody in this administration, well, we want to get rid of the DEI, any DEI, we want to get rid of it. That means they want to get rid of anything related to black people. Our story, our history, our contribution, our genius. So I'm good with that. And I got a plan for y'all since you are so anti-DEI, so you want to erase everything that black folks have contributed. Oh, I got you. Don't worry. Your holidays are coming up. All right? I'm not going to hit you with it yet. Oh, but I'm going to hit them with it. Okay, you want to see some anti-DEI? Oh, we're going to show you. Oh, we're going to show you, but I ain't going to tell you. I'm not here, not now. But that's what it's all about. So now you've got Washington, D.C., which is not a state. They're trying to get statehood. Orange Hitler said, oh, it's ridiculous. It's foolish. He thinks it's a bad idea, which means it's a great idea because he don't know his ass from the hole in the ground. So Washington, D.C. has been literally, their police department has been taken over by the National Guard. Now, what's tricky about D.C., because it's not a state, because normally the National Guard in each state is under the control of the governor of that state. Now, allegedly, a president can federalize, which means send in National Guard. But according to the Constitution, the only way that is to happen is if the governor of that state asked for the president to send in additional National Guards. But every state has their own National Guard division, and those National Guards in each state are under the control constitutionally of the governor. D.C. is not a state. It's just a city, and they have a different relationship. They have their local law enforcement, but it's kind of, and then like local D.C. police, the Capitol Police, which patrol like the U.S. Capitol, and then Secret Service. So they have a different kind of working relationship. So that was an easy get. And then there's a black woman mayor. Because Orange Hitler has a hard-on for black people, especially black women. And no, not that kind of hard-on. I'm not talking about that type of hard-on. I'm just talking about in terms of just insecurity and hatred, and he just sees, I was gonna say he sees red, but he sees more than sees red and black. He can't handle it. He just this false sense of superiority. He just feels that because he don't have melanin, he just feels that he's superior to black people, and especially black women, because he's ultra sexist, ultra misogynist, all of that, all of it, and we know about being adjudicated. He's been found liable in a civil trial of sexual assault. E. Jean Carroll, she accused him. She filed a civil lawsuit. I'll be back on camera just in a second. She filed a civil lawsuit, said that in the 90s that he sexually assaulted her. She said he raped her in a department store in New York City. About a year or so ago, civil trial, verdict came back, he was found liable. He still owes E. Jean Carroll around $90 million. She was awarded, and the judge in that civil trial said the evidence that he saw proved to him that Orange Hitler, Donald Trump, raped E. Jean Carroll. That's the judge. That was what the judge said. That's on the record in that civil trial. Not to mention that there are many, over 20 some odd women that's accused Orange Hitler from everything from sexual harassment to sexual assault. So we know that. But he's got a thing about black people, especially black women. All the cities that he's targeted, talking about, well, I'm going to send the National Guard in. Chicago, New York City, Philly, Oakland, Baltimore, Atlanta. What's the one thing that they have in common? They all have black mayors. Now, Los Angeles, oh, yes, LA. Guess who's the mayor of LA? Mayor Karen Bass, a black woman. So all the cities he's targeted are run by black mayors, men or women. Chicago, you got Brandon. Shout out to Mayor Johnson in Chicago. He started off shaky, but man, he's been showing up and standing up and showing out. I've been checking him out. I follow him on social media, on Instagram, Mayor Brandon Johnson. Shout out to you, Mayor Brandon Johnson. I'm not mad at you, brother. I'm 10 toes down. You are representing. You are definitely representing. Like I said, you started off a little shaky. I didn't know. Even some folks close to me is like, I don't know if this dude gonna make it. But man, you are standing in the breach when it counted. Boy, you stepped up. You have stepped up your game, Mayor Brandon Johnson. And shout out to all the mayors, all the black mayors in all these cities, and to the governors, Governor Pritzker, J.B. Pritzker in Illinois. Like I said, Governor Gavin Newsom in California. Shout out to my man Westmore, Governor Westmore in Maryland. Looking like a presidential candidate. I saw him on TV last night. But all these cities. Oh, they're crime infested and they're shitholes and they're horrible and you can't even walk outside and walk down the street without being shot and killed, which is bullshit. All right, all my family lives in Chicago. They walk down the street, they go to work, they go to the store. My mother goes to her doctor's appointment. My sister teaches, my nephew teaches, my nieces work. All right, so just with your propaganda and your bullshit. But this is not about safety. Not at all. And anybody that tells you, well, yeah, he just wants to make these cities safer. Listen, he will stick to the lie. He will stand up in front of a camera, Mr. Orange Hill. He will lie with a straight face. As my grandmother said, he will stick to the lie. Stick to the lie. He will stick to the lie. He don't give a damn. He hates cities, especially cities with a lot of black people and cities that are run by black mayors. He hates them. He hates black people. He hates brown people. Hell, he hates poor and working class white people. How do I know? Look at the legislation. Look at this big bullshit ass bill they just passed in Congress. Who's going to be harmed? Millions of poor and working class people losing health insurance, losing Medicaid, losing food and rent assistance, SNAP benefits, housing the federal money that helps out with housing vouchers, Pell Grants for poor and working class families and poor and working class kids, young people trying to go to college. And a lot of white folks, Medicaid. Almost half of the children, I think somewhere over 40% of all the children in America get their health insurance through Medicaid, some form of Medicaid. Because each state controls, they kind of manage the Medicaid money. That's a whole different conversation. That means it's going to be millions of poor and working class white people who wore that red hat and said, we're going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again. It ain't going to be great when you lose your Medicaid, when your child loses or your grandchild loses that Medicaid insurance. And he or she, your grandbaby gets sick, or your daughter, your son, they get sick. And they got a fever of 103, 105. And you can't take them to the doctor. You're afraid to take them because you don't have the money. You can't afford a bill. Or maybe you live way out in the country somewhere, as they say, in a rural area. And they closed down that rural hospital that was at least a half hour away. So now the next hospital is 4 hours away. If that close. So you maybe on Medicaid, disabled, your wheelchair paid for by Medicare, or Medicaid, I should say. Maybe you got a family member that uses oxygen, paid for by Medicaid. SNAP, housing vouchers, all of that. The majority of people on SNAP are white Americans. That's right. A lot of MAGA folks, a lot of make America great again. But got that EBT card and waiting for that money to hit the first of the month. You barely can make it to the end of the month. A lot of y'all can't even with the EBT card, can't make it to the end of the month. Oh, wait till they get rid of that. So see, this is not about trying to, we want to fight crime. No. He wants to incite violence. That's what he wants to do. He wants to incite violence so he can impose martial law and try to take over and do things, use the military to do things like, oh, we're not going to have a midterm election because there's an emergency and there's this, there's crime. You got people angry. He has got these goons, and unfortunately, he is using the National Guard, our military, and a significant number of people in the military, significant number of the National Guard members. They can't say it, but I can speak for them. A lot of them are not with this bullshit, but they got to do their job because they signed up to join the National Guard. And they're being not just misused, but used illegally, especially in D.C. They were used illegally in California, and Gavin Newsom went to court, and a judge was like, y'all got to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of L.A. with this bullshit. Go. But the damage was done. Hispanic folks scared to go to work. A lot of them fucked around and found out. I heard someone today was doing some homework and listening around. Dude out in California said he voted for Donald Trump because he said he was going to get the criminals. He said, but we were brainwashed. Yeah, you were brainwashed, but you were brainwashed and you probably had a little bigotry going on with you too, Because, you got the white Hispanics, you got Afro-Latinos, and you got the ones that are like white adjacent. They kind of feel like they're white, and they'll talk white, they'll code switch, and they'll speak, articulate lines. Hello, I am this. I'm, and they won't say Jose, they'll be John. I'm not Jose, I'm John. Yeah, you didn't think they were coming for y'all ass, especially you Hispanic men, because the majority of you Hispanic men, you voted for this bullshit. And a lot of it was because you was on that misogynist, sexist bullshit. I'm keeping it 1,000. And the 20% of the black men that voted for him, they was on that same bullshit. But 80% of black men didn't vote for this bullshit. 80% of black men and 92% of black women voted for humanity and empathy and compassion and decency. But the MAGA cult and the cult member, they think like empathy is a weakness. But please understand, anytime anybody in this administration stands up in front of a camera and tells you that he is trying to fight crime, President Trump, Orange Hitler, that's what you need to be calling his ass. He don't give a shit about no crime. He's the biggest criminal. If he cared about fighting crime, why did he sit on his ass drinking Diet Cokes and probably eating some hamburgers or eating some unhealthy shit on January 6, 2021, when you had these white nationalists that came to D.C. by the thousands, and 1,000 of them literally stormed the U.S. Capitol, tried to assassinate his vice president at the time, his first time in office, Mike Pence. These dudes were chanting on live TV and being live streamed, hang Mike Pence, and came with the gallows with the hangman's noose and put it on top of the steps of the U.S. Capitol, hang Mike Pence, and ransacked and trashed and broke in and knocked out windows, went looking to kill Nancy Pelosi, Congressman Jim Clyburn. That shit is on video. Oh, they weren't violent, blah, blah, blah. And then he pardons, I think it was like somewhere near 1,000, close to it, several hundred that were in jail, insurrectionists, engaged in treason. You know, back in the day, treason, they would execute you. They would shoot and kill you. He pardons these people, these criminals, but then he's a convicted felon, 34-count convicted felon. And then you're talking about fighting crime and violent crime. The most violent crime that ever happened in D.C. was on January 6, 2021. The most violent crime in the history of Washington, D.C. And it was caught live on broadcast media, on digital media. It was live streamed. The criminals, they were live streaming their criminal act on social media. And every TV station carried it live. So you can't erase that history. So miss me with the, we're going to fight violent crime in D.C. Because when you had the chance to fight the most violent crime in the history of D.C., you didn't do shit. Not a damn thing. And even your own people were on the phone. Please send the National Guard. This has got to stop. Some of your own MAGA cult politicians sat there and said, fuck it. I ain't doing nothing. So miss me with the bullshit, okay? Sent the National Guard, even sent some Marines. He's violating the law again. Let me explain something to you. Something called the Posse Comitatus Act. It bars federal troops from participating in any kind of civilian or local law enforcement activities. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. The Posse Comitatus. C-O-M-I-T-A-T-U-S. Posse, P-O-S-S-E, like you got a posse, a group of folks hanging with you. The Posse Comitatus Act. It bars using the military, Marines, soldiers, federal troops from participating in civilian law enforcement, except when it's clearly authorized by law, and it has not been authorized. He feels because he's the president. Just because I say so, that authorizes it. No, it's a little something called the Constitution, dumbass. Read it. Oh, or maybe have somebody read it for you, because you probably can't read anyway. Law was created in 1878. Just look it up. It was in the Constitution where states can retain power of their own law enforcement. It limits the powers of the federal government to basically take control of local law enforcement. That should be under the oh, good. Thank you, OBS. Yeah, we're hitting them so hard, they're trying to mess with the signal, but OBS is connected. So please understand that the federal troops that they are sending into Washington, D.C. has nothing to do with fighting crime. D.C. is not even in the top 20, definitely not in the top 10, top 15 of cities with the most violent crime. Not at all. And neither is Chicago. Not at all. So this has nothing to do with fighting crime. It has everything to do with basically to trying to incite and create enough, not just chaos and confusion and fear, but anger. So you can really get a lot of unrest and violence, so you can declare martial law, and maybe we can't have a midterm election. That's what that is all about. And to distract people from this big bullshit ass law that passed that's taken away millions of people. Somewhere about 17 million people are going to lose health insurance. They're going to lose Obamacare, Medicaid cuts, SNAP benefits, food or rent assistance, like housing vouchers, Pell Grants, all of that. Free breakfast, the free breakfast and free lunch programs, Head Start, all and so much more money. So, okay, if you say that this was all about, we want to fight violent crime. Okay, Orange Hitler, you want to fight, this is sending the National Guard into D.C., sending the National Guard before court said, stop, no more, they got to go. If this was about fighting violent crime, then why don't you give cities more money to give to their violence interrupters? I've worked with many of these groups, people who are literally on the streets. A lot of them, significant number, they come from the streets. Now they're trying to, they turn their lives around and they're trying to do some good. They're not even trying, they're doing good. They're going back to the same neighborhoods, in some cases, the same neighborhoods that they terrorized. And it was like, look, I see the error of my ways. I speak their language. I am them. I was them. But now I see the error of my ways, so I want to save them. I want to coach these young brothers and sisters up. So if you were about really trying to stop the violence, you would support the violence interruption programs. As a matter of fact, you cut $158 million in grants to cities that was going to be used for gun violence prevention. So miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the misdirection. MAGA, it had nothing to do with that at all. Oh, and by the way, you don't want people talking about the Epstein files, since your name is all through the Epstein files. That's according to your own people. In the Department of Justice told you, girl, Pam Bad Bleach Blonde Bondi, the Attorney General. She was like, oh, I got the Epstein files several months ago. I got the Epstein files on my desk. Oh, I'm going to release him. I'm going to tell everything. And all of a sudden, some folks in the Department of Justice, they went and looked through the Epstein files, and it was like, ooh, who gonna tell him? His name is all, we see his name more than anybody. His name is all mentioned in the Epstein files. Oops, all of a sudden, Pam Bad Bleach Blonde Bondi, Attorney General, U.S. Attorney General, wait a minute, she's like, where, hold on, wait. I put it in my pocket. Wait, hold. Did I leave him in my? I leave him in my suit that I put in the cleaners. Oh, damn. Oh, did the dog eat it? The dog ate my homework. All these lame ass excuses. She don't know what happened. All of a sudden, the Epstein files, like David Copperfield showed up. Poof, be gone. Like magic. They disappeared into thin air. I wonder why. And then they got Miss Ghislaine Maxwell, 20 years in prison, engaged in sex trafficking, accused by many of the women she and Jeffrey Epstein victimized. Jeffrey Epstein died, supposedly hung himself in prison. He was in prison for sex trafficking and raping teenage girls as young as 14. some of these survivors, they testified in his case. He was convicted. And the woman, the person that recruited these young girls for Jeffrey Epstein and all these other folks whose name is in the Epstein files, that all of a sudden they don't want to show up. Now, all I'm saying is that all the pictures that we've seen of Jeffrey Epstein were different. The one person that is seen the most in all the pictures and videos you've seen publicly with Jeffrey Epstein is your boy, Owen Chitler. So I don't know what happened when he went to Epstein Island on those planes. I don't know why his name is mentioned throughout the Epstein files, according to his own Department of Justice. But I do know he don't want you, he don't want the public, he don't want you, he don't even want his MAGA cult members to see the Epstein files. I'll let you put two and two together. You figure it out. You don't even have to figure it out. It speaks for itself. You don't even have to say anything. Lay the evidence right there on the table. So this bullshit attempt at a military takeover of local law enforcement in these big cities with black mayors. And it's an appeal to his racist supporters to demonize black people like he's doing with immigration, demonizing Latinos with immigration. Like, oh, we're gonna deport the criminals. Well, the majority of people that he has deported are not criminals. That's according to his own people. Their own stats that they release. Well, no, have they been convicted of a crime? No, but they got a tattoo, kind of, sort of. We think that it might be MS-13, whatever it is, MS-13. Oh, like these grandmothers that's working in the field, these little old grandmothers working in the field, picking strawberries in Southern California. Oh, they are MS-13? Okay. Keep moving. Make America great for everybody. Make America great for everybody. Shut up. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. And especially you, God, most of all. Yes, you, God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Brought to you by Kojo LLC, Courtney Johnson, real estate expert and commercial insurance expert. So that means if your business needs insurance, or if you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, Courtney Johnson, Kojo LLC. You can search her. She's on social media. And email ccj33 at Gmail. I'm going to make sure that I got that correct information. It is the end of the show. And I said I was going to go to my text message because she did. There we go. It's Courtney Johnson, Kojo LLC. So 843-543-4022. So 843-543-4022. 843-543-4022. So you can call if you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, or if your business needs insurance. It's Hotmail. My bad. I'm glad. That's what I checked. ccj33 at hotmail.com. ccj33 at hotmail.com. There you go. Kojo LLC, new sponsor of the Geno Jones Show. If you'd like to be a sponsor, I'd love to have you as the sponsor of the show or one of another sponsor. Reach out to me. Use my email address, genojonesshow@gmail. Shoot me an email. Give me your contact information. I'll set up a meeting, and we'd love to have you on a show, on this and every show as a sponsor, like Kojo LLC. Once again, I want to thank everybody for their support, and your financial support is needed. It is appreciated with the ultimate amount of appreciation and gratitude No amount is too small or too large. It is so important that we support Black-owned media. Absolutely, positively. Yes, it is. So you can do that. You can Cash App my media company and the show. You can Zelle it. So Cash App, $Dad G Jones. That's $, capital D, lowercase a, lowercase d, capital G, capital J, lowercase O-N-E-S. $, G Jones. Or you can Zelle the show. That's GenoJonesShow@gmail. Use my email address to Zelle whatever your contribution is, whatever your financial gift. No amount is too small or too large. From $5, $50, $500, $50,000, $500,000, $50 million, $5 billion. We'll take it all. But I do appreciate it. And once again, the show is interactive, so when you're watching live, if you got a question or a comment, jump in my chat room. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to leave your comments. Please leave your comments in my comment section because I read everything. I'll read some of them on the air. Leave your comments in my comment section. Please don't forget to click the thumbs up. Yes, click the thumbs up. Click to pick the thumbs up because YouTube, they check all that out. And please tell everybody to subscribe to my channel. 100 call to action, 100 new subscribers away from becoming a YouTube partner. Yes, that YouTube partner means the Geno Jones Show and Geno Media will get a check or a monthly income. So I don't know if it comes in the form of a check. Folks, they wire money or whatever. Maybe I'll find out, but I'll find out thanks to you. So spread the word. Call to action. 100 new subscribers. We can do this. The next 48 hours, 100 new subscribers, and we're already on our way and off to the races. But we will officially cross that threshold of becoming a YouTube partner, which will mean that YouTube will financially support this channel and the show. So thank you again in advance, everybody. I appreciate you so much for watching. Once again, shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Check him out on Instagram, Kel B Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check Allie out. LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, that underscore is that little dash. LX.NCL_. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. If you missed any of this episode, you can go back, binge watch all of my episodes. As a matter of fact, if you missed last night, Monday, last week, all my monologues are fire. I've had some great guests, so if you missed any of this episode or any episode, you can do it right now. I'm wrapping up. Just go to my YouTube channel and pick your favorite episode. And be sure to leave your comments for every episode. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Please click to pick the like. Let them know you like it, love it, whatever. Even if you don't, but leave your comments. If you got something to say, I want to hear from you. And I appreciate you. I love you. I really do. We'll see you live Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.